Good morning. Good morning. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. Today is a terrible day for Elon Musk. Elon Musk and Bitcoin are having a horrible, horrible day. If you are a hater of Bitcoin, if you are a hater of all things financial that we've discussed on this channel, then today is your day to gloat because today is the day where everybody gets to say, I told you so. We're losing money left and right. Bitcoin has been getting pummeled the last 2 or 3 days. Bitcoin is down about 16% right now. Elon Musk, this guy lost about 15 billion in one day, which I don't know how that feels. I don't know if that's a thing where you say, well, I've got so much money, I got more money than God and Jesus combined. So who cares? Or if it's one of those things where he says, holy crap, I just lost $15 billion in one day. But either way, Elon Musk was hit hard enough financially that he is no longer the richest person in the world. The richest person in the world is now Jeff Bezos. But let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about the environment. Uh, Bitcoin is part of this story. Bitcoin, as we talked about yesterday, I covered this on the Black Financial Channel yesterday, and I was explaining to you guys that Bitcoin was had a good shot at hitting 60,000 over the weekend. I really felt that Bitcoin was going to possibly eclipse the $60,000 mark. Clearly, I was wrong. And I told you guys, even when I made the prediction, I said I couldn't be wrong. I could be wrong. We are always wrong. Everybody's wrong every now and then. Even Michael Jordan misses a lot of shots. And but what I did not expect was I did not expect Bitcoin to be body slammed and broadsided by a couple of really arbitrary events that had no impact on the fundamental value of the currency. They only had an impact on the perception of leading people in the industry. So a couple of things that happened with Bitcoin, in case you're wondering why you woke up today kind of pissed off because you lost some money. If you're a Bitcoin investor, you did not win the last couple of days. Two reasons why you got hit hard. One was something I discussed yesterday. Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, made a remark, a set of remarks actually, where she was deliberately and what appeared to be strategically sabotaging the value of Bitcoin and the public trust in Bitcoin by basically saying that Bitcoin is a terrible, terrible investment because Bitcoin is dangerous, Bitcoin is illiquid, Bitcoin is volatile, Bitcoin consumes all the energy, Bitcoin is not being used for any form of exchange. So she just pretty much went in and just said Bitcoin's garbage, get rid of Bitcoin. But then she turns and she says, "Oh, but by the way, we're going to have our own coin coming out, and you can buy that one instead." Right, which sounded to me like she was engaged in a little bit of slick competition, a little bit of passive aggressive behavior, where because you know how the government is. Everything they do to us, there will be nothing negative that the government ever does to you that isn't done for your own protection. There will never be anything that the government does to take control of your life that isn't done to keep you safe. So, for the sake of trying to keep you safe, Janet Yellen went out of her way to sabotage the value of Bitcoin. I discussed that yesterday. What I did not talk about yesterday was Elon Musk and his ratchetry. Elon Musk made a little tweet about Bitcoin and said something like, the price seems kind of high. And I'll tell you, if anybody's old enough, you remember back when they used to have these E.F. Hutton commercials. And they said when E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. Anybody remember that? Give me a yes or no if you remember E.F. Hutton. When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen. Well, Elon Musk is E.F. Hutton. When Elon talks, people listen. When Elon tweets, people listen. Even if he tweets one word, one hashtag, one sentence. So Elon Musk makes that little tweet, then I mean, if the people that are leading the charge suddenly question what you're fighting for, then that's going to cause some concern. That's going to cause some people to profit take and run away and move on. The squeamish types, not me. I'm a hodler. I'm in it. I'm in it with both feet. I'm ready. I'm ready to die on the battlefield, baby. But there are a lot of people out there who are worried that they fundamentally don't believe in the value of Bitcoin. They believe that Bitcoin has no intrinsic value, and the reality is that they're probably right. They're right. There's really nothing specifically stating that we should choose Bitcoin as a place to hold value versus something else, right? We could hold our value in really in a pair of Gucci socks, and hope that the value of Gucci socks goes up, but so speculation can happen anywhere. But I'm a believer in Bitcoin, and I told you guys when I started investing in Bitcoin that I am a person that that doesn't run away easily. So I'm not running away easily. If you want to know how I'm responding to all of this, I lost money too. I didn't lose $15 billion like Elon Musk did, but I did lose. I lost a couple pennies. I'm not a tiny investor, so I invest quite heavily, and so I did get hit. But I keep Bitcoin and crypto as a deliberately small part of my portfolio because of things like this. Because this is not for the faint of heart. If you ain't about this life, then you probably need to go invest your money in, in Apple and blue chip stocks and the S&P 500 and index funds with Vanguard, and stay away from crypto, because the crypto space is the economic jungle. That is the space where there are dangers that are hidden in the forest that you've never seen before. That is the space where you have to worry about the knowns, the unknowns, and the unknown unknowns. So this is a space for long-term investors. This is a space for patient investors, and this is also a space for investors that are not afraid to lose a couple dollars. And so right now, you may have lost a couple dollars. Now here's the good news: Bitcoin is up about 60% over the last few months. If you started buying this stuff back when Bitcoin was $4,000 a coin, you're still sitting pretty. I mean, you're up at 48,000. Come on, that's insane. That's a ridiculous. I mean, who would have thought less than that 6 months ago? Who would have thought that 48,000 would be seen as the crash price of Bitcoin? That Bitcoin, if somebody says to you 6 months ago, give me a yes or no if you would think that was crazy. If somebody said, Bitcoin's going to crash and it's going to be terrible, and you're like, oh my God, what's it going to crash to? 500, 800? No, man, it's going to drop down to 48,000. What are you complaining about? What are you complaining about? You see, when we talk about investing in the Black Business School, one of the things that I talk to students about regularly is, to be a good investor, you have to have what I call OPP. Not OPP like the rapper. I'm talking about OPP, a different kind of OPP. And OPP stands for opportunity, patience, and perspective. So I'll focus on what the opportunity is, being able to seize an opportunity and see it when it arrives. Patience means sometimes you just gotta wait. Sometimes you had to wait 3 years to have another rise in Bitcoin. If you started back before 2017, and then perspective means keep it all in perspective. Before you go jump off a building and swear that your life is over, just realize that if you've been in this game, and I've been in this game for a while, I've been talking to you guys about crypto for years. Um, 48,000 is a pretty damn good price. And also, if you believe what I believe, and I'm not telling you what to do, you might say, right now people are reacting quite heavily to Janet Yellen's remarks. But guess what? There are still a lot of wealthy people who see crypto as a hedge for inflation. They see it as a safe haven asset. They see it as a digital gold. Well, inflation's coming, baby. Whether you want to act like it's coming or not, inflation is on the way. Inflation is coming from a few factors. One, your government has been printing money like it's going out of style. They decided that they wanted everybody to stay home and be on welfare for a year and depend on the government to get a check for a year. And so they've been writing big, fast stimulus checks, beefing up the debt, killing the value of their fiat currency. So they're going to have to shift over to something else. You're going to have to find your value somewhere else. Number two, the economy's starting to overheat. A lot of jobs are still being created now. People are starting to move on. No, people aren't scared anymore. They're like, man, I gotta go work. So companies are hiring, consumers are spending. So money's gonna be out here. There's money out in these streets, whether you want to know it or not. I mean, everybody isn't in the hole financially. And then third, when the vaccine comes out, that will give the ultimate trust factor to economic activity. That is when people won't wake up in the morning wondering, am I gonna die today? They're not going out thinking, oh my God, if I if I go to the grocery store, my life is going to come to an end. People are going to start living again. They're going to start going to concerts. They're going to start going to amusement parks. I'm taking my kids to Disney next week. And Disney, by the way, which is a great stock, by the way, for long-term investors. So the world's going to come back to normal. So that's what it is. That's what's going down. I'm going to check back in with you guys a little bit later. Hit the thumbs up button, share button, subscribe button. Also, if you still want to take advantage of that 48-hour discount on my economic survival plan that I put together, I did a special lecture on the 7 rules of economic self-defense, and I'm going to do a live event on that as well. So you can actually get access to the mini class as well as the live event at a 48% discount by going to economicsurvivalplan.com. So feel free to go take a look. And I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day. It was real. I love you. I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.